What if I told you that the key to unlocking the energy, the vitality, the raw power of your 20s is sitting in your fruit bowl right now? But what if I also told you that most men over 50 are eating the wrong fruits? In fact, what if some of the fruits you believe are your allies in health are actually silent saboteurs, working against your body, draining your energy, and accelerating the very aging process you're trying to fight? You've been told to eat more fruit, that it's the cornerstone of a healthy diet. But that's a dangerous half-truth. The real secret isn't just eating more fruit, it's about eating the right fruit. There is one specific fruit, a fruit that most men ignore, that when eaten every morning can have a profound, almost unbelievable effect on your body. We're talking about a transformation at the cellular level, a revitalization that you will feel in your bones, in your muscles, in your mind. It's like flipping a switch, turning back the biological clock. But the billion-dollar supplement industry, and even mainstream medicine, would rather you not know about this. They'd rather sell you expensive pills and potions that merely mask the symptoms. The simple, natural solution is far too powerful and far too cheap. Stay with me, because at the end of this video, I will reveal this single fruit that could change everything you thought you knew about aging. The last one on our list is the most important, the one that holds the ultimate key. Before we dive in, do me a small favor. Hit that like button right now. It tells the algorithm that we are here, that we are serious about our health, and it helps this vital information reach other men who need to hear it. And go ahead and subscribe to the channel. My mission here is to arm you with the truth. Now, let's get started. My name is James Howard. For over 35 years, I've worked as a doctor, specializing in everything from cardiology to geriatric health. I've seen the inside of operating rooms and the long, slow decline of men who followed the standard advice and still ended up chronically ill. I've dedicated my life to cutting through the noise, to finding what truly works. My goal on this channel, Prime Age Health, is to give you the knowledge and the tools to reclaim your strength and live with the vigor you deserve. And as we go on this journey together, I want to know who I'm talking to. Comment below right now. Tell me where you're watching from, what city, what country, and what time it is for you. It's always incredible to see this community of proactive men coming together from all corners of the globe. It lets me know I'm not shouting into the void. Now, let's talk about the fruits you need to be wary of before we get to the champions. Let's begin with a fruit that many consider a staple of a healthy breakfast, a go-to for a quick energy boost. I'm talking about bananas. Yes, bananas. You've probably been told they are a powerhouse of potassium, and they are. But for men over 65, the story is much more complicated and, frankly, more dangerous than you imagine. The modern banana has been cultivated for sweetness. It's a sugar bomb disguised as a health food. A medium banana can have as much as 15 grams of sugar, and it's a type of sugar that hits your bloodstream like a tidal wave. Imagine your body's energy system is a finely tuned engine. When you're 25, that engine can handle a surge of high-octane fuel. It burns it hot and fast. But as we get older, our engine, our metabolism becomes more sensitive. Our cells develop something called insulin resistance. Think of insulin as the key that unlocks your cells to let the sugar, the fuel, inside. With insulin resistance, the locks on your cells get rusty. The key doesn't work as well. So when you eat that banana, all that sugar floods your bloodstream, but it can't get into your cells efficiently. It's like having a line of tanker trucks full of gasoline outside a power plant, but the intake valve is jammed. The fuel just sits there, useless and toxic. This excess sugar in your blood is a disaster. It triggers a massive inflammatory response. Inflammation is your body's silent killer. It's the smoldering fire that leads to heart disease, arthritis, and even cognitive decline. That sugar also goes through a process called glycation. This is where the sugar molecules literally attach to your proteins, like your collagen, making your skin sag and your arteries stiffen. It's like pouring biological cement into your circulatory system. The temporary energy boost you feel from a banana is quickly followed by a crash, leaving you more tired and foggy than before. It's a vicious cycle of highs and lows that wreaks havoc on your system.
I remember a patient of mine, a 68-year-old gentleman named Robert. He was a former marathon runner, but he came to me feeling perpetually exhausted. He was doing all the, quote, right things. He started every single day with a banana in his oatmeal. He thought he was giving his body the best start. But his blood work told a different story. His inflammatory markers were through the roof, and his fasting glucose was creeping into the pre-diabetic range. He was essentially poisoning himself with good intentions. So what's the solution? If you love that creamy texture and potassium boost, there is a much smarter alternative: a quarter of an avocado. Avocados provide that same creamy texture. They're also rich in potassium, even more so than bananas gram for gram. But they have virtually no sugar. Instead, they are packed with healthy, monounsaturated fats. These fats are like a slow-burning log for your engine. They provide sustained energy without the sugar spike and the inflammatory fallout. Switching Robert from his daily banana to half an avocado in the morning was a game changer. Within a month, his energy levels were stable throughout the day, his afternoon brain fog vanished, and his inflammatory markers began to plummet. It's a simple swap, but it has profound consequences. Now, let's move on to the next fruit you need to be cautious about. Number 2 on our list of so-called health foods to be wary of are grapes, especially green grapes. They are marketed as a light, refreshing snack, a handful of nature's candy. But that's precisely the problem. They are candy. Due to modern cultivation, grapes have one of the highest sugar contents of any fruit and a very high glycemic index. This means they spike your blood sugar even faster than a banana. And because they are small and easy to eat, it's incredibly easy to consume a massive amount of sugar without even realizing it. A cup of grapes can pack over 20 grams of sugar. The problem with this massive, rapid sugar influx is what it does to your liver and your cholesterol. When your liver is overwhelmed with fructose, which is the primary sugar in grapes, it has no choice but to convert it into triglycerides, a type of fat that gets dumped into your bloodstream. This is a direct pathway to fatty liver disease and disastrous cholesterol profiles. Think of your LDL, the so-called bad cholesterol. It's not just about the total number. It's about the size of the particles. A diet high in fruit sugar transforms your LDL particles from large, fluffy, relatively harmless beach balls into small, dense, dangerous BB pellets. These are the particles that can easily penetrate your arterial walls, oxidize, and form the plaque that leads to heart attacks and strokes. It's like taking a harmless object and weaponizing it against your own body. I consulted on a case once, a 72-year-old man named Frank. He was a wine connoisseur and loved his daily bunch of grapes, believing they were good for his heart because of the resveratrol. But he suffered a sudden, massive stroke. When we looked at his blood work, his triglycerides were astronomically high, and his LDL particles were almost entirely the small, dense, lethal kind. His habit of mindlessly snacking on grapes while watching television was a major contributing factor. He was creating the perfect storm for a cardiovascular catastrophe, all while thinking he was making a healthy choice. So, what's the alternative? If you love that antioxidant punch and a bit of sweetness, the answer is to switch to berries, specifically blackberries or raspberries. A full cup of raspberries has only about 5 grams of sugar, but it packs an incredible 8 grams of fiber. This fiber is crucial. It acts like a sponge in your gut, slowing down the absorption of sugar and preventing that dangerous spike. It feeds your good gut bacteria and helps manage your cholesterol. The vibrant dark color of these berries signals their high concentration of anthocyanins, powerful antioxidants that directly combat inflammation and protect your blood vessels. It's a trade-up in every conceivable way. Better for your blood sugar, better for your heart, and better for your brain. It's time to start thinking about fruit, not just in terms of vitamins, but in terms of the sugar-to-fiber ratio. That ratio is your key to safety and health. We're getting closer to the big reveal. The fruit I'm going to share at the end of this video is something truly special, a nutritional powerhouse that addresses the root causes of aging in men. But first, we need to talk about another popular fruit that could be silently undermining your health. If you're finding this information valuable, give this video a thumbs up and make sure you're subscribed with notifications turned on. You don't want to miss the life-changing content we share every week.
Let's talk about pineapple. You see it in tropical fruit salads, on top of pizzas, and in refreshing juices. It's known for its bromelain content, an enzyme that can help with digestion and reduce inflammation. And that part is true. But once again, we have to look at the whole picture. Canned pineapple, which is how many people consume it, is often swimming in sugary syrup, making it an absolute metabolic nightmare. But even fresh pineapple is exceptionally high in sugar. A single cup can contain 16 grams of sugar with very little fiber to buffer its entry into your bloodstream. The primary issue with a high-sugar, low-fiber fruit like pineapple for a man over 65 is its effect on your testosterone levels. This is something that is rarely discussed. High blood sugar spikes lead to high insulin spikes, and chronically high insulin levels are poison for your testosterone production. Insulin and testosterone have an inverse relationship. When one is high, the other tends to be low. Think of your body's hormonal system as a delicate balancing act. Pouring a bucket of sugar into it is like dropping a bowling ball on one side of the scale. Everything goes haywire. Your body goes into fat storage mode, and your testosterone production plummets. This leads to fatigue, loss of muscle mass, increased belly fat, and a low libido. It's a recipe for feeling old and weak. I worked with a patient, David, a 66-year-old who was complaining of all the classic symptoms of low testosterone. He was tired all the time, his gym workouts felt pointless as he wasn't gaining any strength, and he was putting on weight around his middle. He was a big fan of grilling and would often marinate his chicken in pineapple juice and have fresh pineapple for dessert, believing its enzymes were helping his digestion. In reality, he was sabotaging his own masculinity. That constant influx of sugar was crushing his body's ability to produce the very hormone that makes a man feel like a man. The smart swap here is not another fruit, but a spice. If you're using pineapple for its anti-inflammatory and digestive benefits from bromelain, you can get a more potent and sugar-free effect from turmeric. Turmeric contains curcumin, one of the most powerful antioxidants on the planet. It doesn't come with a payload of sugar. You can add it to your cooking, your smoothies, or even take it as a supplement with black pepper to enhance its absorption. For the flavor, a squeeze of lemon or lime can provide that tangy kick without the sugar bomb. By ditching the pineapple and embracing spices like turmeric, David was able to lower his chronic inflammation, which allowed his body to rebalance its hormones. His energy returned, the belly fat started to melt away, and he felt strong again. It was a testament to how a small, strategic dietary change can have a massive hormonal impact. We are now at the precipice. We have discussed the fruits that can betray you, the hidden sugars and the metabolic traps. You are now armed with the knowledge to avoid these pitfalls. But now, it is time for the reveal. It's time to talk about the fruit that you should be eating every single morning. The fruit that can truly help you feel like you're 25 again. This isn't about a small, incremental improvement. This is about a fundamental shift in your cellular health, your energy production, and your overall vitality. The number one fruit that every man over 65 should eat every single morning is the pomegranate. Specifically, the pomegranate aerials, the jewel-like seeds inside. This is not just a fruit, it is a pharmacy. The pomegranate is arguably the most potent source of a unique and incredibly powerful type of antioxidant called punogalogins. These compounds are so powerful that pomegranate juice has been shown to have 3 times the antioxidant activity of red wine and green tea. But it's not just about antioxidants. It's what those antioxidants do. Here's the secret. As we age, our cells' power plants, the mitochondria, become damaged and inefficient. They are like old, sputtering coal factories, producing less energy and more toxic smoke, or free radicals. This mitochondrial dysfunction is a core hallmark of aging. It's why you feel tired, why your muscles get weaker, and why your brain gets foggy. Pomegranate contains compounds that trigger a process in your body called mitophagy. Mitophagy is your body's cellular quality control system. It's the process of identifying old, damaged mitochondria and literally recycling them, breaking them down, and reusing their components to build new, pristine, highly efficient mitochondria.
Imagine your body is a city. The mitochondria are the power plants. By the time you're 65, many of these power plants are old, rusty, and polluting the city with smoke. Eating pomegranates every morning is like sending in a specialized engineering crew that systematically demolishes the old, failing power plants and uses the salvaged materials to build brand new, state-of-the-art nuclear fusion reactors in their place. The city's energy supply doesn't just increase, it becomes cleaner, more powerful, and more efficient than it has been in decades. This is what pomegranate does for your cells. It rebuilds your energy production from the ground up. This cellular rejuvenation has profound effects. First, circulation. Pomegranate stimulates the production of nitric oxide, which relaxes and widens your blood vessels. This means more blood, more oxygen, and more nutrients can get to every single part of your body, from your heart and your brain down to the smallest capillaries. This increased blood flow has been shown to improve cardiovascular health, lower blood pressure, and can even have a significant impact on erectile dysfunction, which is fundamentally a blood flow issue. Second, it protects your brain. The potent antioxidants in pomegranates can cross the blood-brain barrier, helping to protect your brain cells from oxidative stress and inflammation, which are linked to neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's. Studies have suggested it can improve memory and cognitive function. Third, it fights cancer. While no food is a magic bullet, pomegranate extract has been shown in numerous studies to slow the reproduction of prostate cancer cells and even induce apoptosis, or cell death, in cancer cells. For any man over 65, prostate health is a major concern, and pomegranate is one of the most powerful nutritional allies you can have. I want to tell you about one of my most memorable patients, a man named George. He was 75 when he first came to see me. He walked with a cane, his posture was stooped, and he spoke in a low, tired voice. He was on a cocktail of medications for high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and borderline diabetes. He told me, "Dr. Howard, I don't feel like I'm living anymore. I feel like I'm just waiting to die." He had resigned himself to the idea that this was just what it meant to be old. I put him on a comprehensive program, but the cornerstone, the one non-negotiable element, was that he had to have half a cup of pomegranate arils every single morning. He was skeptical. A fruit? He'd been to countless specialists and they had all given him more pills. For the first few weeks, not much changed. He was impatient, but I urged him to trust the process, to trust the biology. Around the 6-week mark, he came into my office and I noticed he'd left his cane in the waiting room. He didn't even realize it at first. He said he was sleeping better and the fog in his head seemed to be lifting. By 3 months, the transformation was astonishing. His blood pressure had normalized to the point where we could reduce his medication. His energy levels were so high that he had started taking long walks in the park, something he hadn't done in a decade. He was rebuilding the muscle he had lost. The most incredible moment came about a year into his journey. He came in for his checkup, and he looked 15 years younger. He was standing tall, his eyes were bright, and he had a vibrant energy about him. He told me, "Doctor, last week my grandson was visiting. He's 24.
We went to the park and he challenged me to a race to the big oak tree. And you know what? I almost beat him. He had tears in his eyes. He said, "You didn't just give me more years, you gave me my life back." That is the power of rebuilding your body at the cellular level. That is the power of mycophagy. That is the power of the pomegranate. This is why I do what I do. Helping you understand this, helping you take back control of your own health, that is my mission. It's not about magic pills or complicated, expensive procedures. It's about understanding how your body was designed to function and giving it the right fuel, the right tools to heal and rebuild itself. The power to feel young again, to have that strength and that clarity is already within you. You just need to unlock it. So, start tomorrow morning. Make a commitment. Add half a cup of pomegranate arils to your daily routine. You can put them in a smoothie with avocado and protein powder, mix them into a small bowl of Greek yogurt, or just eat them on their own. Be consistent. Give your body the time it needs to perform this miracle of cellular rejuvenation. You have nothing to lose and a lifetime of vitality to gain. If this video has opened your eyes, if it has given you a glimmer of hope and a practical plan, then please subscribe to Prime Age Health and turn on the notifications. This is just the beginning. We have so much more to uncover together. My purpose is to guide you on this journey to a stronger, healthier, more powerful you. And don't forget to like this video to help it reach others. Now, don't stop here. Your journey to reclaiming your vitality is a continuous one. YouTube will suggest another one of my videos for you to watch next. Click on it. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep fighting for the health and the life you deserve. Thank you for your time and your trust. I'm Dr. James Howard, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.